Hello folks, welcome into the channel. My name is Chris, and today I have a little bit different video than I normally post. We're going to take a look at my old 45 RPM record collection. I collected these back in the late 70s to early 80s, I think it was. I was probably 13 to 16 years old. And that's what you did back then. They had records, and you played records instead of all this digital media they have now. I think I have about 100 of them. They all have their original sleeves. I've had them tucked away in a drawer probably since the early 80s. I dug them out, went through them, and kind of reminisced about them. And I go, this might be a cool video to post. I played these on an old, record player back then. It was a black and white plastic thing. Had two external speakers you could put on a shelf or something like that. It was a hand-me-down from my sisters, along with a lot of these records. It was fun. It was great. It was fun collecting them. Most of them were probably from the stores in the general area, like Kmart, Fisher's Big Wheel we had. I think I seen a Gold Circle, maybe a Sears label. I don't have too many with the price on them. There's a couple of them I went through and checked out. It's pretty cool to see that. But I'm going to bring the camera in closer and we'll take a look at them. I have this old 45 record container here. This was my sister's. I don't know how many holds, but it's full, and I have all mine were loose, so it holds a whole bunch of records. Kind of neat. I have this record cleaner too for 45s. It just opens up. You put the 45 record in there, then you close. It's just foam, and then you spin it around the record. Back then that was probably the coolest thing. Nowadays they have much better things out there rather than foam. Probably wasn't the best for your records, but it is what it is. So I'll pull the camera in closer and we'll take a look at all these and some of the years and pictures and sleeves. It's kind of neat. I thought it'd be cool to make a video on these. So let's take a look at them. Okay, here we go. Now let me first off say that I am no record expert. I don't know much about the companies that put these out, or how much value these have. Be interesting to know. But here we got John Lennon, Woman, and that looks like it's from 1981. Same on the back, but with beautiful boys. And this is one of my all-time. These are the 45s that were in my collection. The bigger stack back there is from my sisters. So this is one of my favorite songs from back then. I can't count the times I played this. This is The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald from 1976. Gordon Lightfoot. I'm not going to show the backs of all these because it would turn into a very long video. Here's Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. That's from 1979. Columbia. Here's another one of my favorites. Supertramp, Goodbye Stranger. There's the back. And that is from, what's the date on it? 1979. Here we have Star Wars theme, Cantina Band. That was also another favorite back then. It's from 1977. And we have Hearts by Marty Balin. And that was from 1981. And we have Melissa Manchester, You Should Hear How She Talks About You. That was in the 80s too, or very early 80s, I think. 82. And then we got here Joey Scarborough, the theme from The Greatest American Hero. Remember that show? Let's see, what's the year? 1981. There's that one. And we have Cars by Gary Newman. 1979. It's a Heartache, Bonnie Tyler. Another one of my favorites. Wow. What year was that? I can't see it. Let's see. Then we have Betty Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes. Another favorite. That was 81. And then we got here Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy? Probably it's different on the back. And let's see, that is from 1978. All right, Funky Town, 1979. That was awesome. I remember that song. I don't have a record player now to play all these on. I surely wish I did. Jerry Rafferty, Baker Street, 1978. How can you forget that song? Awesome song. And we get the Bee Gees, Tragedy, 1979. They had some great hits back then, man. There's quite a few 45s in here. I had a few of them, but my sisters had quite a bit of them. And this is Kiss on My List from Daryl Hall and John Oates. That's got to be from the early 80s. Let's see. What do we got here? YMCA by the Village People. Oh, my God. 1978. That song's been played so much. Here's another Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb. 1978. And Hey Deanie by Eric Carmen. Gosh, I remember. Oh, no, Sean Cassidy. I'm sorry. Sean Cassidy, Hey Deanie. I remember this song, but can't place the whole song in my head right now. Haven't heard it in so long. Here's Rod Stewart. Do You Think I'm Sexy? Again. I don't know how many. I think there's 3 of those. Short People by Randy Newman. I can't talk. Short People by Randy Newman, 1977. I remember some controversy from that song. Great song, though. I love it. Air Supply, The One That You Love. And we got Every Woman in the World by Air Supply. It's 1980. And we got Lost in Love by Air Supply, 1980. Music Box Dancer. That was an awesome song by Frank Mills. What is the year on that? 1974. And we got here Keep on Loving You by REO Speedwagon. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. 1981. Great song. Billy Joel, It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. How can you go wrong with that song? And we got Donna Summer, Heaven Knows. What's on the back of this? Only One Man. Heaven Knows. I can't place that one right now. It's been too long. I know she had some great hits, and there's more in this collection from her. Reunited by Peaches and Herb. 78, I think that was, or 79. Grease by Frankie Valli. Awesome song. And last of my collection here, Supertramp, Take the Long Way Home, 1979. Cool. Let me switch stacks here. All right, before we get into the stack that was handed down to me by my sisters, these 2 records here, this one is You Can Cry If You Want To by the Trogs, and this is in pretty bad shape. Jukebox Hero. There you go. By Foreigner. Now, from what I can recall about these 2, I was an avid beer can collector back then, and I remember going through some dumpsters looking for some beer cans, believe it or not. And I ran across these 2 45s in there, and I grabbed them, brought them home, and cleaned them up, and added them to my collection. So that's the story on those 2. They were just thrown in the trash. All right, so let's take a look at these. This is Night Fever by the Bee Gees, 1977. Let's see. I'm not going to look at all the backs of them. Take too long. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, 77. How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees, 77 as well. And then here we got You Should Be Dancing by the Bee Gees. What do we got here? This is California Strut, Walter Murphy and the Big Apple Band. I don't know much about that one. I don't remember. Here's we got a Rolling Stones one, Miss You. Faraway Eyes. Let's see what is the year on that. 78. That's the only Rolling Stones ones that's in here. Then we got Dan Hartman, Instant Replay. God, I remember that song. I wish I could play this. Have to look it up on YouTube. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which she had a copy of this as well. Babe Styx, one of my all-time favorite songs. 79. Good Times by Chic. I think it's Chic, the Atlantic Group. What year? 79 as well. And there's a price tag on that one from Gold Circle, 99 cents. I remember going to Gold Circle quite a bit. I love that store. Here's Sister Sledge, We Are Family. Can't see the year on that one. Shame, Evelyn Champagne. I don't really know that one. Don't remember listening to that. Let's see. Dreams by Stevie Nicks. 1977. I'm looking through the camera here, so they're not directly in front of me, and it's kind of hard to make some of them out. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire, After the Love Is Gone. Great song. I can't see the date on that, or the year. Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are. Anything from Billy Joel is pretty good. A Taste of Honey, Boogie, Oogie, Oogie. I don't know that one. I don't remember if I listened to that or not. This is Melissa Manchester, Don't Cry Out Loud. Awesome song. 1978, it looks like. And Queen, You're My Best Friend. What's on the back of this one? It just says 39. All right, let's see which this one. Weekend, Wet Willie. That's an awesome song. I got to look that one up on YouTube. The Weekend song. I remember that. Billy Joel, My Life. Awesome. Whoa, Rex Smith. I remember that guy. You Take My Breath Away. It's been ages since I've heard that song. Another YouTube look up. Ride Like the Wind, Christopher Cross, 1979. He had some great hits back then. Sailing, Christopher Cross, another one. MacArthur Park, Donna Summer. I think that's probably my favorite one from Donna Summer. That's a great song. Chicago, If You Leave Me Now. Where's the year? 1976. All right, here we go. What is this one? Living in the Life, the Isley Brothers. Don't know that one myself. And what we got here is the Little River Band, Reminiscing. Great song. And let's see. Emotion, Samantha sang. I don't really know that one. 1977. Interesting. Shannon, Henry Gross. Don't know this one either. Yeah, the hand-me-downs from my sisters, there's some of them in there I don't know. Let's see. This is Fleetwood Mac, Don't Stop. Donna Summer, Hot Stuff. That's a good one, too. Let's see. This is Time Passages, Al Stewart. Excellent song. What year is that? 1978. Emotions, Best of My Love. 77. I really don't know that one. Maureen McGovern, Different Worlds. I vaguely remember that TV series, from the TV series Angie, it says. 1978 or 9. There we go. Chaka Khan, I'm Every Woman. That's a great song. Same on the back? Nope. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, there's two in here. What do we got? We have Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom, and Elton John, Island Girl. Both great songs from a great artist. Let's see what we got. Andy Gibb, I Just Want to Be Your Everything. It's on the back. Same. And we got Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry. How can you go wrong with that song? Great song. Rupert Holmes. Him. Yes, I do remember that. What year was that? Looks like 1980. I think they go him, him, him. Pretty cool. Captain and Tennille. Wow. Shop Around from the A&M album, Songs of Joy. They had a couple great hits back then. Muskrat Love was one of them. I think that's coming up right here. Gold Circle, 88 cents. Captain and Tennille, Muskrat Love, A&M Records. Barry Manilow, Could It Be Magic? Magic by Pilot. Awesome song. What year is this? Where is the song? Or the year, I mean. 1974. That's a great song. And we have Elton John and Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Looks Like We Made It by Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it. Oh, there's two in here too. So what do we got? We have Someone Saved My Life Tonight by Elton John. And Billy Preston, Will It Go Round in Circles, 1972. That is an awesome song. Love that song. Let's see. Ring My Bell, Anita Ward. Good song. What year is that? 79 looks like. It's kind of marked out. And we got I'd Really Love to See You Tonight. England Dan and John Ford Coley. I always had trouble pronouncing that. England Dan, because it's like Dan England or something like that. Good song, though. Oh, she's got another Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy Too? Same cover as I had back then. So I got 3 of those, Do You Think I'm Sexy, I think. This is Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band. From Gold Circle, this was bought. Awesome. That was a great group back then. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they still tour. Boogie Nights, Heat Wave. Then we got Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty. I think I had that in my collection, but that's an awesome song. Ooh, Sean Cassidy, that's rock and roll. Remember Sean Cassidy? I love the full covers, full slip covers like this for 45s. I always like those the best. And we got To Do Run Run by Sean Cassidy. God, I remember that on the radio so much. Oh my God. Barry White, I Never Thought I'd Fall in Love with You. I don't remember that one. Making It, David Naughton. Making It. Yeah, I do remember that one. Cool song. What year was that? It was 78. Nadia's Theme, The Young and the Restless. This was one of my sister's favorite themes. I can remember it, but I don't remember the whole thing offhand. I'd have to listen to it. Look that up on YouTube too. Shine a Little Love, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, one of my favorite bands. 1979. And we got, what is this? Knock on Wood. Is that Amy Stewart? It's a weird name, weird way to spell it. 1978. Knock on Wood. I do remember that song. Great song. Pablo Cruz. Love Will Find a Way. That's an awesome song. That's like yacht rock radio. Love Will Find a Way. They had some good hits too back then. What's the record look like? Okay. Got a few more here. This looks like Billy Joel, Only the Good Die Young. Can't beat anything from him. Barbra Streisand, The Main Event Fight short version. What's on the back? And The Main Event instrumental. Remember that? That was an awesome song. Remember that movie? Oh, wow. That was a great movie. God, I haven't seen that probably since then. Maybe the early 80s. Jackson Browne Boulevard. And that was what? 1980. Great stuff. What's on the back? Call it a loan. All right, there you go. That's all my 45 RPM vintage collection. So there you go, folks. A look at my vintage 45 RPM record collection I've had since the 70s and early 80s. About 100 of them. Glad to have them, even though I don't have anything to play them on. Eventually, maybe. I'll keep them. I have no idea the value of what these would even come to. No idea. But I appreciate you watching. Please give the video a like. Check out my YouTube channel. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.